What happens when Israel's precision missile shield meets Iran's long-range strike power? In this explosive face-off, David's Sling and Zolfaghar collide, not just as weapons, but as symbols of modern warfare, strategy, and power projection. Stay with us, because this battle is about far more than missiles. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intense and talked about modern military matchups, David's Sling vs Zolfaghar, representing Israel and Iran in a hypothetical but highly analyzed missile battle. This is not a prediction of war, but an exploration of capability, doctrine, and technology, how each system reflects the mindset and strategic priorities of the nation that built it. Around the world, missile defense and precision strike systems are reshaping how conflicts are fought, often without traditional armies ever meeting on a battlefield. Israel's David's Sling is designed to protect skies, cities, and critical infrastructure, while Iran's Zolfaghar missile represents deterrence, reach, and regional influence. Together, they show two very different philosophies of warfare: defense versus offense, interception versus penetration. In this video, we will break down how these systems work, what makes them dangerous or effective, and why military analysts pay such close attention to them. We'll also explore the broader implications, how such weapons affect regional stability, alliances, and the psychology of deterrence. By the end, you'll understand why this matchup is more than a technical comparison. It's a window into how modern conflicts are designed long before the first launch ever happens. To understand this missile battle, we first need to look at Israel's David's Sling, a key layer in Israel's multi-tiered air defense network. Developed jointly by Israel and the United States, David's Sling sits between short-range systems like Iron Dome and long-range interceptors such as Arrow. Its main purpose is to intercept medium to long-range rockets, cruise missiles, and tactical ballistic missiles before they reach populated areas. What makes David's Sling unique is its advanced interceptor, often called the stunner missile, which uses sophisticated radar, electro-optical sensors, and real-time guidance to strike incoming threats with extreme precision. Unlike older systems that rely heavily on proximity explosions, David's Sling emphasizes direct hit capability, reducing the chance of debris causing damage on the ground. This reflects Israel's defensive doctrine: neutralize threats early, accurately, and with minimal collateral impact. The system is integrated with advanced radar and command networks, allowing it to share data with other defense layers and make split-second decisions. In a region where reaction time can mean survival, David's Sling represents Israel's answer to evolving missile threats from multiple directions. On the other side of this matchup stands Iran's Zolfaghar missile, a solid, fuel, short to medium-range ballistic missile that symbolizes Iran's growing domestic missile capability. Named after a legendary sword in Islamic history, Zolfaghar is designed for speed, accuracy, and survivability. With a reported range of around 700 kilometers, it allows Iran to project power across much of the Middle East. Unlike missile defense systems, Zolfaghar is built for penetration. Its goal is to bypass defenses and strike strategic targets such as military bases, infrastructure, or command centers. Iran has emphasized improving accuracy through better guidance systems, which shifts ballistic missiles from being terror weapons to precision tools. Zolfaghar's mobility is another critical factor. It can be launched from mobile platforms, making detection and pre-emption more difficult. For Iran, this missile is less about winning a conventional war and more about deterrence, sending a clear message that any attack would come with a serious cost. In strategic terms, Zolfaghar is a political weapon as much as a military one, shaping calculations in capitals far beyond Iran's borders. When analysts compare David's Sling and Zolfaghar, they are really comparing defensive interception versus offensive strike capability. David's Sling is reactive by nature. It waits, detects, tracks, and then engages incoming threats. Its effectiveness depends on radar coverage, detection time, and interceptor availability. Zolfaghar, meanwhile, is proactive. It is launched with the intent to overwhelm or bypass such defenses. Modern missile warfare often revolves around saturation, launching multiple missiles or combining them with decoys to stress defense systems. This is where the true battle lies, not in a single missile launch, but in scenarios involving coordination, timing, and numbers. David's Sling is designed to counter exactly these evolving threats, using networked intelligence and layered defenses. Zolfaghar's challenge is to fly fast, maneuver if possible, and reduce the defender's reaction window. The outcome of such an encounter would depend heavily on context, warning time, launch detection, and whether the defense is facing a single missile or a complex attack. This dynamic illustrates how modern warfare is increasingly a contest of systems, not just individual weapons. Technology plays a decisive role in this matchup. David's Sling relies on advanced sensors, artificial intelligence's assisted tracking, and command and control integration. Every interception attempt is a race against time, where milliseconds matter. The system must quickly distinguish real threats from debris or decoys, calculate trajectories, and decide whether interception is necessary. Zolfaghar, by contrast, showcases Iran's progress in propulsion guidance and manufacturing under heavy international pressure. Solid fuel technology allows for faster launch readiness, reducing vulnerability before firing. Accuracy improvements suggest Iran's focus on making each missile count rather than relying purely on volume. This technological arms race is ongoing, with each side learning from tests, exercises, and real-world engagements. Importantly, both systems evolve. Software updates, hardware upgrades, and new tactics constantly shift the balance. What we see today is only a snapshot in a much longer competition, where innovation can rapidly change outcomes. Beyond technology, doctrine matters. Israel's defense strategy is shaped by geography and population density. Missile defense is not optional, it is essential. David's Sling fits into a broader philosophy of active defense, aiming to protect civilians and maintain normal life, even during crisis. Iran's doctrine, however, emphasizes deterrence through the ability to retaliate at range. Zolfaghar fits neatly into this approach, offering a credible response option without relying on air superiority. This contrast highlights how national circumstances shape weapon development. Israel invests heavily in interceptors because it must. Iran invests in missiles because they offer strategic leverage against technologically superior adversaries. Neither system exists in isolation. Both are tools within larger military and political strategies. In a hypothetical engagement, success would not be measured only by interception or impact, but by deterrence achieved or avoided. If David's Sling successfully intercepts incoming missiles, it reinforces Israel's defensive credibility. If Zolfaghar penetrates defenses, it strengthens Iran's deterrent image. Often, the mere belief that a system works is as important as proven performance. This psychological dimension influences decisions, alliances, and crisis management. Missile systems thus shape behavior even when they are never used in combat. Regional implications are significant. Neighboring states watch these systems closely, adjusting their own defense and offense planning. Missile defense cooperation, arms purchases, and strategic alignments are influenced by perceived strengths and weaknesses. David's Sling, supported by international partnerships, reflects Israel's integration into broader defense networks. Zolfaghar reflects Iran's emphasis on self-reliance. Together, they drive a regional cycle of adaptation and counter-adaptation. It's also important to understand that no system is perfect. Missile defense can fail, and offensive missiles can be intercepted. Real-world outcomes depend on training, intelligence, maintenance, and human decision-making. Analysts therefore focus less on absolute claims and more on probabilities. David's Sling increases the odds of defense, Zolfaghar increases the cost of confrontation. This balance of risk is what shapes strategic stability or instability in the region. In conclusion, David's Sling vs. Zolfaghar is not just a clash of hardware, but a reflection of two different security philosophies meeting in the modern era. One seeks to shield and preserve, the other to deter and project power. Their interaction influences not only military planning, but diplomatic calculations and regional dynamics. Understanding these systems helps us see how future conflicts may be shaped or prevented by technology and strategy working together. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think missile defense or deterrence plays the bigger role today? Stay tuned for more deep dives into modern military technology.